Listen carefully. What I'm about to say isn't meant to comfort you. It's meant to wake you up. Some of you will feel a sting. Others, it'll hit like a gut punch, the kind that forces you to stop. Sit still and confront something you've been running from your entire life. I've dated more women than most men will in a lifetime. Over 100. That's not something I brag about. It's just context. Through all those highs and lows, the late-night conversations, the moments of laughter, the silences that spoke even louder, I noticed something that changed the way I look at relationships forever. Women are not loyal to men. They're loyal to a feeling. If you think that feeling is safety, or comfort, or consistency, you're already on the path to losing her. You'll keep replaying the same heartbreak, watching her drift away while you're still trying to figure out what went wrong. When I was younger, I thought I understood the game. Be nice, be respectful, show up, don't play games. Be the man she says she wants. So I did. I texted first. I complimented her. I listened to her problems. I treated her like she was the most important person in the world. And still, I got ghosted, ignored, lied to. I watched women I treated like queens leave me for men who couldn't even spell the word respect. Each time I told myself the same lie. Maybe I'm just not enough yet. Maybe I need to try harder. So I did. I sacrificed my time, my sleep, my boundaries, my dignity, all in the name of making her feel special, and she left anyway. Not once, not twice, over and over. Until one day I asked myself a question that most men are too afraid to ask. What if effort isn't the problem? What if the very thing I'm doing to make her stay is the thing that's making her leave? That question broke something open in me. So I stopped trying to be right, and I started paying attention to reality. I dated without chasing. I observed instead of convincing. I looked for patterns instead of making excuses. And slowly, the truth became clear. Women are not loyal to your kindness, your consistency, or even your heart. They are loyal to how you make them feel, and it's not just about making her feel loved or secure. It's about something deeper, something far more primal, the chase, the mystery, the unpredictability. Whether they admit it or not, women are wired to crave a certain level of uncertainty. Not because they're manipulative, not because they're broken, but because uncertainty creates excitement. It's biology, it's psychology, it's brutal reality. Let me give you an example. I once dated a woman, let's call her Maya. She was beautiful, intelligent, independent, the kind of woman that makes you think, this one's different. So I treated her like gold. I texted every morning. I listened when she was stressed. I took her out every weekend. Flowers, compliments, the works. 3 weeks later, she said, "You're amazing, but something's missing." Something? Yeah. The anxiety of not knowing where she stood, the thrill of wondering if I'd call, the fire that only burns when there's just a hint of danger, the feeling of almost having someone, but not quite. That was the something she couldn't put into words. So, the next time I did it differently. I didn't always text first. I kept parts of my life private. I didn't cancel plans for her. I included her when it made sense, not out of obligation. And suddenly, she was the one chasing, calling me late at night, asking, "Where do I stand with you?" Wondering who else had my attention. Same man, same values, same heart, but a completely different energy. That's when I understood. Women don't want cruelty, but they do want danger. Not the kind that harms them physically, the kind that wakes up their emotions. They want the thrill of winning you over. They want to feel the tension of not being in full control. And the moment they feel like they already have you, the fire starts to fade. Most men hear this and get bitter. A stoic man doesn't. He accepts it as part of human nature, and he understands that his power lies in not giving himself away too easily. Because here's the truth. You don't earn loyalty by bending over backwards. You earn it by staying rooted in your own life, your own purpose and your own boundaries, and letting her choose to meet you there. It's twisted, but it's real. And here's the part most men never want to hear. The world has been lying to you. Just be nice. Be patient. She'll come around. No, man, she won't. Because niceness isn't attractive. Kindness with boundaries is. Confidence without attachment is. Presence without neediness is. You can and should be a good man. But don't you dare confuse that with being available 24/7, bending your spine every time she throws you a crumb of affection, or turning into a lovesick puppy because she smiled at you. That's not love. That's performance, and she can smell it from a mile away. So what do? You stop trying to win her, and you become the chase. You become the man who knows exactly who he is, with or without her. You text back when you choose to, not because you're playing games, but because your life is already full. You cancel plans sometimes, not to punish her, but because your priorities don't revolve around her. You keep parts of yourself private. You make her earn your time. You don't answer every "what are we?" with a spreadsheet of your emotions. You smile, you enjoy, you connect, but you don't beg. You don't over-explain. You don't try to erase her doubts. You let her feel them, because that tension is what keeps her invested. Not your gifts, not your loyalty, not your good morning texts delivered like clockwork. It's the feeling of earning you, of never fully having you, of being kept on her toes because your self-worth isn't chained to her attention. You want loyalty? Be the storm she can't predict. Be the fire she tries to tame even though deep down she hopes she never can. I know, it sounds harsh. It sounds like a game, but love was never supposed to be a guarantee. It's not a subscription. It's not a reward for good behavior. It's a pull, a gravity, a mystery. When she feels that with you, she'll stay, even if she doesn't fully understand why. She'll be drawn to the space you hold, to the challenge you represent, to the way you keep her discovering more. But the moment she feels like she's figured you out completely, the moment there's nothing left to explore, she's already halfway gone. And here's the thing. You don't have to become a jerk. You don't have to manipulate. You just have to stop handing over your soul to someone who hasn't earned it. Stop being loyal before she's even invested. Stop showing every card you have, then wondering why she stopped playing. I spent years thinking something was wrong with me. That I wasn't good enough, that I needed to earn her love harder. Nah, man, you need to hold your frame, because she's not testing you to hurt you. She's testing you to see if you'll lose yourself for her. And if you do, game over. You don't need to chase anyone to be worthy. You don't need to beg to be seen. You don't need to prove your value to someone who's already decided to look away. Because the second you start betraying your own peace just to keep her interested, you've already lost something more valuable than her attention. You've lost yourself. You can't build love on desperation. You can't buy loyalty with endless availability. You can't convince someone to feel something they don't. You're not hard to love. You were just trying to give love to someone addicted to chaos. So here's the truth I'll leave you with. Loyalty is real. But it doesn't go to the man who gives the most. It goes to the man who makes her feel the most alive, the most challenged, the most unsure. You can fight that truth, or you can master it. Either way, stop begging. Stop texting again and again, hoping for a reply that will patch up your self-esteem. That silence you're getting, that's your answer. So ask yourself, are you going to keep chasing, or are you going to become the man she chases? Because once you flip that script, everything changes. Not just in dating, in how you carry yourself, in how you walk, in how you speak, in how you breathe. You stop being desperate, you stop being predictable, and you start being unforgettable. So yes, I dated 100 women, but what I really learned is this. If you want loyalty, stop being endlessly available. True inner peace isn't built in perfect conditions. It's forged in the storms. The Stoics knew this, and they lived it. In a world that profits from your distraction, your calm is an act of rebellion. So walk the Stoic path. Guard your mind, protect your time, master your emotions. Because once your peace becomes unshakable, nothing and no one can control you again. If this message resonates with you, stay with us. Subscribe to the Stoic Wolf for more timeless wisdom, ancient philosophy, and modern strength. Stay grounded, stay quiet, stay powerful.